welcome everyone to our webinar here about tab smashing. I'm Karen, and I'm going to be showing you around. We also have Ben here, and he's going to be helping out too, answering questions. If you are watching this after it's been archived, you can just comment on the video and we will see that and answer your questions as well. And then you can always email us just our first name, so Karen, K-A-R-I-N @docentedu.com or Ben @docentedu.com, or go to our website and you can contact us from there too with any questions. So I am really excited to show you a lot of stuff today about how you can make your lessons really fun and engaging, as well as I think simplified. Actually, this is a really a topic that's really near and dear to my heart. My co-founder Matt Nupin and I kind of founded Docent EDU because we wanted our lessons to be simpler and we wanted to be able to embed things in other websites, which is what I'm going to show you today. So I really enjoyed doing this, and I hope this webinar can teach you how to do that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here so we can get started. So I thought we could just go through an article here and I can show you how we can do it for several different things. I want to show you how you can do some tab smashing just in general for education uses, some English and social studies uses, as well as some science and math uses. So this is just an article I found here that I thought we could make into a pretend lesson. You know, video games are kind of the thing right now with Pokemon Go, so I thought we could start with this. So the first thing that I want to show you that you can do with Docent EDU is use this sticky note here. So once I've clicked on my Docent EDU extension, which I have up here in my toolbar, it will load, and I clicked on my sticky note. And as you can see, whenever I hover over something, it turns yellow here, and that means that I can insert something after that. So I want to insert, you know, maybe I have some students who need some background knowledge or something like that, and they don't really know video games, maybe they don't know very much. So I'm going to click and I'm going to put that sticky note right there. And then what I'm going to do, I already have some videos and things picked out here. I found this video here just on YouTube called The History of Video Games. So sorry about that. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go underneath the video, and you can do several things. You just want this link. All you want is this link right here. You can also just get the link up here. So you just copy. Oh, I just accidentally went to my Facebook, people. Sorry about that. There go my bookmarks. Okay, so all I'm going to do is copy that link for my YouTube video. Copy that link, go back to my sticky note here that I've pasted, and then paste in my link. And as you can see, now that YouTube video is right here in my article. Maybe I want to give some students some direction before this. Maybe like, if you don't know about video games, watch this. So now my students have some background knowledge. And what's great about this tab smashing here is if you were thinking that this would be a lesson without Docent EDU, students right now would at least have two tabs open. They'd have the article open as well as the video. And right now we just have everything in one. So YouTube videos totally embed like that. Another website that you can use to embed videos is Vimeo. Vimeo is a little different. So this is a video I found here about gaming. So I'm just going to copy that link again. Oh, oops, I didn't mean to do that. So I'm going to click on the share. And once I click on share, see this embed code down here. I'm going to copy that embed code. Okay. I'm going to go back to my article, click on my sticky note again. The sticky note, once again, is how you embed things. Paste my embed code, and now my Vimeo video is right here in my article as well. Sometimes when you do embed things, it automatically puts a little more underneath it, and I don't want that. So, oops. So I am going to put that in there. So now we have my Vimeo video. So that's how you can embed YouTube videos and Vimeo videos super, super easily into any article or any website on the internet. Now, the next thing that you might want to do for general kind of things is embed interactive videos. I think a lot of people, sorry, here, let me get rid of this. I think a lot of people really do enjoy some of the websites like EdPuzzle that allow you to embed videos. So once again, I'm going to click on that sticky note. If you've never used EdPuzzle, it's really cool. There's some competitors out there called PlayPosit as well. And so what EdPuzzle does, it has videos, and you can create videos where you take YouTube videos or Vimeo videos, put questions in the videos so your students have to answer them while they're watching. What's kind of annoying though, right, is if it would be in another screen once again, but I don't want things in another screen. I want them in the same one. So I'm going to copy that embed code that they give me again, go back to my article here. I got my sticky note, paste my embed code. And now you can see my EdPuzzle video is right here. Now I picked this video because the article is talking about empathy and if video games can teach you empathy. And I figured some of my students aren't going to know exactly what empathy necessarily is. So there's a video, and as you can see, they can just literally watch the video right here, as well as when they get to the questions, they have to do some questions. So super cool that these are now in my article. Another really great thing that you can embed are presentations. You know, one of the things that's so great about blended learning or flipped learning is that students are able, you know, to access their own information when they need it. And, you know, instead of standing up in front of the room, giving a presentation and then having students read an article, you can use docent.edu to embed a presentation in this article. So let's say I have some sort of presentation that I want to put in here. Most presentation software, we have a list. I'm going to show you the list at the end of the webinar here, have these embed codes that you can use. But one of my favorites is Prezis. So maybe I want to have students view a Prezi here. So once again, I'm going to just put that sticky note. Earlier today, I went to Prezi and I found a Prezi that I really liked that was about empathy. So all I have to do, once again, with Prezi here is click on share. Oops, not share. Click on embed, and they're going to give me this embed code. Copy it to my clipboard. I go back to my article, paste it in my sticky note. It's going to take a bit to load here, but now what's so cool, my interactive Prezi is now in my article. So students don't have to go to any other website or anything. The Prezi is right here in the article. So as you can count now, it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 embeds in this. Now, I just really want to quickly say, I, in a regular lesson, probably wouldn't embed all of these things. But, you know, I'm just showing you the overview of how you can do it. So instead of, you know, students going to a Prezi or students watching me give a Prezi, they are now looking at the Prezi in the article while they are reading the article. Super cool. SlideShare also has embed codes. So I can go to SlideShare here. I found this about video gaming trends. And all I have to do, once again, once it loads, is click share, gives me an embed code, copy that embed code, go back to my article, sticky note, and remember you can type things and then above the sticky notes as well, and put it there. So no separate tab for my SlideShare there either. Super cool. I'm also going to show you a little later how you can embed Google presentations. So if you have Google presentations or PowerPoints, you can embed those as well if you already have some teaching curriculum that's already done. So that's some cool ways to do presentations. And like I said, there's tons and tons and tons of presentation websites out there. And just like I did with Prezi and SlideShare, they will have those embed codes for you that you can embed. Another cool thing that I like to do is embed images. So if you just go to Google Images, if you look here, they're talking about a video game for here, and they don't have a picture of what the video game looks like, which I think maybe my students would enjoy. So all I have to do is go to Images, and the name of the game was this. And here's the image, okay? So all I'm going to do is take this image here, I'm gonna say copy image, go back to my lesson. Once again, this, maybe I'm gonna say here is an image from the game. And then I click paste. Oh, that did not work. Here we go. Copy image. Hopefully this will work here. Otherwise, I'll have to get back to you on why it's not working. Paste, there we go. Okay, so you want to open up the whole image instead of just have the thumbnail there. And now that's there. You know, I might even just want to have maybe I want to have a question too after that image and say, you know, based on the above image, predict what type of game it is. So instead of my students, you know, having to go somewhere else, having to get information anywhere else, I've now modified the article for them and even have a question after it. You can do the same exact thing with GIFs. We all love GIFs. So you can click, once you're in Google Images, you can click on Search Tools, you can click on Type, and then you can click on Animated here. And you can get GIFs. So let's see. So same thing, I'm just gonna say copy image, go back over here, get my sticky note, and paste. And my GIF is in my article. So super cool, super, super cool. So those are just some general ways that you can augment a lesson here. Like I said, I wouldn't put all of those into one lesson, but you get the idea. Just going to say as well, and I'll show you this at the end of the webinar, we do have on our YouTube channel a playlist that teaches you how to do all these as well if you're not following me. So the next thing that I want to show you is specific for maybe English and social studies content areas. So I'll try to go through this quickly, and then I'm going to go to the math and math and science kind of tab smashing. So one of the things that would always happen to me as an English teacher when I would make a lesson is my students would have so many tabs or apps open at the same time. They'd have the article, they'd have the question, they'd have their vocabulary, they'd have maybe an audiobook, they'd have so much open, and it would really be distracting. So instead, I can just use Docent EDU. So just like I showed you earlier, one of the things that really helps me just as tab smashing is having the questions right in my article. You know, before I had to have a separate Google Doc with my questions or a worksheet printed out. Now I can just have the questions right here. So I can just type a question and it's in my article. Right there, smashed a tab, okay? The other thing that I really like for language arts and social studies is having vocabulary. So there's lots of vocabulary websites, and most of them do this. If you have any sort of flashcard website or anything like that. The one I use is Quizlet here. I went through this article already, and I found, as you can see, I did highlight with Docent EDU a few of the vocab words that I thought were important. And I made a Quizlet set. Where'd my Quizlet go? Made a Quizlet set for those. So I really don't want to have my students go to a separate website because I really think it's important for them to learn the words in context. So once I get on my set here, all I have to do is click on More and then click on Embed, and it'll give me an embed code. Now what's super nice about Quizlet and actually everything I've done so far, Prezis and YouTube videos and all those things, is you usually aren't having to create things. If anything, you might just be modifying other stuff. So I took that embed code, I want to put it right here. I want to say, please practice the vocabulary. And now in my article is interactive vocabulary, where it will even have this. Quizlet even has games, so we can play games while we're here right in my actual article. So it's super, super cool. Super cool that it's right there. And they're not in a different website, right? We smash those tabs. Smash those tabs for vocabulary. Another thing is, instead of having a dictionary sometimes, which would be another tab, I just comment on my vocabulary words. You could do this for ELL students. You could do it for pretty much anything. And now my students see that comment there as well. So now that's another way my students haven't had to go to another website and are just staying where they are. Now, the next thing that I like to do for English is have audiobooks. Now, YouTube has so many audiobooks. Pretty much if you are doing anything that is in the literature canon, you can go to YouTube, find an audiobook, and that includes short stories. And so let's pretend that, you know, we are reading that the article is not an article, but it's, you know, let's pretend it's Mansfield Park here. All I have to do, copy that link address once again, because with YouTube, we have it set up so you don't need to have the embed code, just the link. I can paste that there. I could even give my students some directions if I wanted to as well. And sometimes there aren't audiobooks of things. Like this is an article I just found. As we can see, it was written on May 15th. There isn't an audio for it, but maybe I still want some things to be in audio. There's a lot of websites out there where you can record your voice. And that is generally what I do. So the first thing, the website that I usually use, because I just find it's the easiest, is clip.it. All I have to do is click upload a clip, record, click the record button. Hi, this is Mrs. Hogan reading you the article here, Why Video Games Can't Teach You Empathy. And as you can see, I keep reading. Then all you do is click the stop button, upload. It's going to take a little bit. The longer your audio, it does take a little while to kind of render it here and upload it to their website. But it usually isn't that long. And all I have to do, you can title it. I'm going to say example. And then all I have to do, they give you this embed down here. You copy that, you go back, and now I can embed my audio right here in my article. So for students who need fluency practice or students who are below reading level, now my audio is right here in the article so they can read along. So that's a really great thing, not only for English and social studies classes, but really for any class where your students are having to read. So the next thing that I want to show you, just specifically for English and social studies, there's some really great YouTube channels that are great for embedding here. Crash Course is amazing. I'm sure you know about Crash Course. Oh, there's John Green. He's my bae. I love John Green. But there's really great ones. They have science, they have physics, so we can see they have a physics section, a game section, philosophy, economics, US government and politics, astronomy, psychology, world history, anatomy, physiology. They have all of those things. So maybe I want this one right here. What is a game? That would work well. And I can just go back to my video and embed. Super simple. That is a super good YouTube channel. Another really good YouTube channel for English and social studies is Shmoop. Shmoop has really great videos as well. So once again, I really don't like to make a lot of my own stuff. I think that's a lot of work, and we all know as teachers we don't have it. And so now I can just know about these YouTube channels. And once again with Docent EDU, instead of having my students read the article, look at the vocabulary, be on all these different places, I can just simply put the video in my text. No more going back and forth. Another great thing for social studies and English, depending on what you're doing, are timelines. We all like timelines. This is a really nice website. There's lots of websites out there that help you create timelines. I just literally went to this website and searched for video games, and I found this timeline. Super cool. So all I have to do is click on these three little dots here, get my embed code, copy that. I'm going to go back to my article. Maybe I want to give some just, direction here. Please explore the timeline. Click, paste. Oh, this isn't working here. Sorry, I didn't test this one beforehand. Sometimes we have to do a little bit, but there's a different website that works, but we can pretend that there's an interactive timeline here. And then you can even put questions below it. Super great. The other really great thing for social studies is Google Maps. Now, maybe, wrong tab here. Maybe it talks about a place or something that my students are not aware of. So let's kind of get down to a different place here. Maybe I feel like they talked about Syria at one point in this article. And so maybe I have some students who don't know what Syria is. Maybe I want them to explore a little bit more about Syria. So all I have to do is go to maps.google.com. And I'm going to type in Syria. You can type in, anywhere that you need for your article. Super great. So here's my map of Syria. All I have to do is click share. And once you do that, they give you the share link or they give you the embed map. So all I have to do is copy that code they give me again. I'm going to go back, paste. And guys, this is what is so cool. Look at this. It's still a Google map. Students can zoom in. Students can do everything just like they were on the normal Google Maps website right here in my article. And then you could put your questions behind it. You could put a class discussion after it. What is one interesting place you found on the map? And then I can have a live class discussion underneath my map. So instead of students reading the article, answering questions somewhere else, going to another tab with Google Maps, going to maybe an LMS or something for a discussion, I've now smashed those all together just into my actual text. Super awesome. Another great thing, I think for social studies, like I was telling you before, is you can just do images. So if you are reading some sort of text or something like that where maybe students would really benefit from an image of something, I did show you earlier how you can just really quickly embed a Google image in your text as well. There's also this cool thing right here called Sketchfab, which is 3D models of things. So perhaps you are talking about the Washington model. Oh, here. Perhaps you're talking, about, I don't know how to pronounce that ancient Egyptian name, but perhaps you're talking about ancient Egypt and you want your students to discover this. So instead of them having to go to this website, all you do is you copy the embed here, go back to your article or your text or whatever you're doing, click paste, and now look, that interactive 3D model is in your text that you're having your students read. How cool is that? Super, super cool. Really great for social studies. So that's everything I had for social studies and science. I want to go over some things for math and science now. So I think a lot of you maybe already know about Desmos. Desmos is a super cool interactive calculator. And they give you graphs. It's a graphing calculator. Students pretty much don't need graphing calculators anymore, by the way. But here is a graphing calculator here. And for me, oh, you know what, guys? I have to be signed in order to embed this, and I don't have an account right now, and I don't want to go through the deal of creating an account. But just so you know, you can get an embed code here once you sign in, and it'll give you an embed code, and it will be that graph that you can put back in your article. Super awesome. Oh, maybe this one is going to work. We'll see. Maybe Matt made one for me. We'll see if it works without me being signed in, though. Hold on. It might not work since I might not be signed in. Oh, here we go. Matt got one for me since he had an account. So as you can see, I now have an interactive graph that is working while I am in an article. I mean, we can do everything while we're here. Super cool. Super, super cool. And that's from Desmos. I do want to leave your site, Desmos. Another one that you can do is Geogebra. Geogebra is simply just another website that helps, but what's cool about Geogebra is that it actually has some questions, and you can have students be working on things like that, kind of for formative assessment. So Matt made me one here as well. You do have to be signed in for Geogebra as well. I'm an English teacher, so I don't have accounts for those. I do apologize, math teachers. But now my slope-intercept formative assessment is now in here. I think one of the things, I worked with a really great math teacher, and one of the things she tried to do was make things really relevant for her students. And by reading, sports articles, you could talk about slope-intercept in different kind of sports articles. You could do statistics in your calculator here when you were reading a baseball article, and it really made students excited to work on math. But what can be disruptive and disheartening for students is when you give them a list of 15 links that they have to go to for a lesson. But with this tab smashing here, we can have everything in the same exact place. So not only are you making your math relevant for your students, you're making it interactive for them, you're making it really exciting for them, and you're making it easy for them to navigate to everything. Another really cool thing is a web whiteboard. We have a video about how I'm not going to go through how a web whiteboard works. We do have a video here that goes through how a web whiteboard works. So we'll watch Ben talk about it really fast.
I wasn't ready for that.
Oh, you weren't ready for this, Ben? Do you want to talk about it or not?
Yeah. Well, I can talk about it.
Okay.
Do you want me to actually share on
yeah,
my
why don't you share your screen? I'll stop sharing my screen and you can share your screen. Hold on.
Yeah. Do you have a website you think I should use?
I don't know, just whatever. Wait, are you sharing your screen now? So I'm good?
I'm getting it prepped and then I'm going to show my screen.
Okay. In the meantime, everyone can look at my fat cat.
All right. So here I have an article from the Star Tribune and loading up my extension. So here, you show all this. Make a little embed code out of that. And the way I'm doing that is starting with the iframe tag, putting this little source, and that's what the website is, and then height 480. So that's what you can make any sort of custom iframe.
And we have videos about that on our YouTube channel as well. So if you didn't catch that, it's super easy to figure out.
Yeah, and then you just, with that custom one, you can just paste it in your sticky note. And now you have your whiteboard, and you can start drawing here, make some stuff. If you want to use it for, say, students, you want to ask your students to do math with it. Instead, what you can do is you can ask them to give their answer, and then they go. So let's say they're doing their work like this. Then you can instruct them to right-click, copy image, and have them paste that in their own sticky note. And then since it's an image that's pasted in there, the teacher, when they're viewing annotations, can view that.
Awesome. Thanks. Super cool. So let me get back to what I was doing here. So that was a web whiteboard, and you know, just a quick note, by no means are these things that we're going through here an exhaustive list. I'm gonna show you on our website a list that we have, but what's really nice about educational technology nowadays is pretty much everyone and every Web 2.0 kind of interactive application does give you those embed codes. And like Ben just showed you, a lot of the time you can make your own embed codes, and it's super, super easy. So really, really easy to smash all those tabs together just into one tab. So for science, there's some really cool things here where you can create 3D molecules. So I am not a science teacher, but as it loads, one of the important things I think about science, and I think some people are kind of sad about it sometimes, is that, oops, oh, MolView's server is down. Well, we can't do MolView right now. But what's cool is that, oh, continue. Here we go. Students need some hands-on kind of images to help them do this. Ben, do you know how to share these? Where the embed code is? I don't remember where the embed code is on these. Oh, right there. Tools,
Yep,
embed.
I found it.
Figured it out. That's the nice thing, guys. Like, even if you don't really know where stuff is, it's pretty easy. So I'm going to copy that. Maybe I'm doing some sort, maybe I have an online textbook, but it doesn't have really what I want. Maybe I did find an article that's really cool, but it really isn't doing what I want. And now, if you look, I have my molecule that students can move around and play with. And so we don't have to worry about them going to another website and getting distracted. It's right here as well. So that's MolView. Another great one for science here is Biodigital Human. Now, Matt did warn me here that Biodigital Human has a long loading time, but if you're doing biology, anatomy, this is a really great place to get embed codes as well. Oops. One thing, guys, that I'm forgetting to do here, that's why it looks like this, is I'm forgetting to paste things with Control-Shift-V, so it doesn't have the formatting. I don't know why that's not working, though. Matt made it for me. We'll blame Matt. But once you get there, here I'll show you the website. It really is going to have really cool, great great images of the human body, and they will just give you that embed code that you can then put into your text, into your lesson. So that's that.
Hey Karen, if you want to copy that embed code again.
Yeah, what was not working? Oh, I just did get the first line, I think. Let's try here one more time.
Okay. Something you can try, if you paste that entire embed code in your URL bar.
Okay.
And now copy it from there.
And then paste it.
Okay. So you see where it says frame ID?
Yeah.
Put a space after.
Oops. Oh. Put a space after the what?
Before the ID.
Okay. Right there?
Yep. Try that. Oh, you're gonna need more spaces. Never mind.
Okay, well, it's okay.
Matt messed that one up.
Matt messed that one up, but it's just copy pasted wrong, guys. So, but that website's really great. A lot of you have probably also heard about Thinglink. Thinglink is a website. You can make your own Thinglinks. Students can make their own, teachers can make their own, and you get an image, and then on the image you have links. So it makes the image interactive. So that's what's really cool about Thinglink. So just like pretty much everything else we've done, you copy, you go to share, you click on embed. We're going to put my sticky note in there again. Paste. And now this interactive Thinglink image is right here. So super cool. It had a video embedded in there. So this is almost like tab smashing in tab smashing. I'm reading an article, I have an image, and then I have videos in my image. So I don't have students going every which way. They're looking at the molecule here, maybe down here. They're exploring how that molecule works in the real world, really getting some great science information while they're still all in the same page. If you look at everything we've done in the same page, think of all the tabs that we would have had open otherwise. Think of how frustrated your students would have been, or if not been frustrated, how they could have been lost easily with what tab they're going to be on or what they should be doing. That doesn't happen anymore with docent.edu and tab smashing. The last one here is Tinkercad. I am not super good with Tinkercad, but what Tinkercad does is it allows you to kind of make models of things. So you can see Matt made this Tinkercad cell here. However, to get the embed code, you do have to be signed in. So hopefully Matt copy pasted it right for me with the embed code for this plant cell model. I mean, you could be reading just about plant cells online. Maybe you found a super cool article about different plants and wanted to give your students some extra background information, or you wanted to give them some opportunities for some interactivity. You know, we all know the more interactivity our students have, the better it's going to be for them. So now my students can interact with this plant cell. Super cool. Right here, and not have to be in a different tab at all. So those are all the science and math embeds that I was going to go through with you, so you could smash all those tabs. Like I said, it's not an exhaustive list at all. I just wanted to go through some that we have. And my last section I wanted to do here before closing is to go through Google and how you can do Google things. Now, one great thing, pretty much anything that is stored in your drive, you can get an embed code for. And that's what these sticky note things here need if you are going to embed something. So maybe I want to embed a Google presentation. So I'm gonna just go to my drive really fast. I'm gonna look for a presentation. Find one here. You know, if you have some curriculum already made, maybe I'm talking about back to me being an English teacher, this is an argument. That's what this article is. Maybe I want my students to be looking at logical fallacies. I have a Google presentation here that goes over logical fallacies. So all I have to do to get the embed code for this is publish this to the web, which sounds really fancy and kind of scary, but it's really not at all. All you have to do is click File, Publish to the web, click Publish, and they're like, are you sure you want to? And you say yes. And then you click right there where it says Embed, and you're going to get this embed code. I'm going to go back to my article. Maybe I'm going to say something here. Please view the presentation. And then since my students have their docent EDU tools, maybe I want them to be highlighting logical fallacies. While reading the article, highlight logical fallacy examples. And then I'd be able to see those annotations as a teacher. Then I just clicked paste because I copied that embed code from my Google presentations. And now my Google presentation is right here in my article. So if I asked my students to maybe highlight logical fallacy examples, instead of them having to go to a different tab or try to remember what I said at the beginning of class, that presentation with that information for them is right here in the article. There's no going back and forth. There's no forgetting. It's right here. It's for my students. And personally, as a teacher, I know that really cuts down on frustration for my students. And I know it really encourages my students to actually pay attention to this information that I'm giving them. Because if I ask them to use it, right here, I'm asking them to use it, it's right there for them instead of them going back and forth between tabs or having to split their pages or something like that. So much easier. I can also embed images. So if you have if you have images saved in your drive, I have drawings here. I have a drawing here that I was doing about iambic pentameter. And I want this in my, maybe I'm reading Shakespeare. We can pretend that the article I'm making into a lesson right now is Shakespeare. It would be really annoying if you know what iambic pentameter is, you'd understand with me going back and forth between the text and this image to figure out if something is iambic pentameter or not. So I want it in my article. So I already published this. I click on my embed. I copy that embed code. I'm going to go back to my article, pretend this paragraph is Shakespeare here. I'm going to paste it in there. And now my Google image is right here in my article. So no more going back and forth, nothing like that. It's all in the same place. So pretty much anything you have in your drive, you can do that. If you have videos saved in your drive, if you have, look at all these different things you can have in your drive here. You can even embed a Google form in another website. So maybe, right, how well do I know iambic pentameter? Maybe I want this while my students are, they saw the Google drawing, they're reading. Maybe I want them to also do the form. I just click embed. I copy that. I go back to my article, get a sticky note. There we go. And now my Google form is actually there. This is a lesson that I've actually done. I had students read Hamlet. They looked at a Google presentation with Hamlet. They heard an audio. I embedded an audio book of the scene they were watching. They saw the Google drawing of it, and they had a Google form. So I had 4 Google products embedded in my text, and it really made my lesson flow easily. It made all the information very easily accessible to my students, and it was really helpful for them because they had the information they needed to complete the assignment right there with the actual text. So those are Google things. So just in closing, I want to show you a couple things that are going to be helpful for you. Look at all these tabs, people, that we got rid of with tab smashing, right? So one of the few things I want to show you, two things that are going to be really helpful for you for future things for tab smashing. On our Docent EDU YouTube channel here, we have a playlist called Embed Tools. You just go to our channel, you just search Docent EDU, and then you go to playlists, and then we have this Embed Tools one. And we have all of these videos here that show you how to embed different things. And we're always adding to these as we can as well. So if you like any of the things that we did today and you don't quite remember how we did it, we have videos to help you out. The last thing I wanted to show you as well is on our website. If you go to docentedu.com and then you click on resources, and then you click on Tools to Embed, you'll get to this Google Sheet right here where we have gone through and found a ton of resources that are easily embeddable using our Docent EDU toolbar. Look at all these ones. I didn't even go over that you can embed social media, you can embed graphs and diagrams and flowcharts, you can embed quizzes if you like quizzes, you can embed Scratch, you can embed all these amazing, amazing things. So great that you can embed them. And we have a list of them right here with those links. And if we do have a how-to video, we've linked that how-to video there for you as well. So let me stop sharing my screen. Oh, I think I did. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to say thanks for everyone. Like I said, make sure you can email me, karin@docentedu.com, or Ben at docentedu.com. Go to our website, go to our YouTube channel, and we will be more than happy to help you out. Thanks.